I just want to make a real quick video today about decisions. We all make them every day. First of all, I'd like to say welcome back to the Retirement Survival channel. This is for the other half of the retirees who are struggling with things like I am struggling with things. We make decisions every day. We make hundreds of minor decisions every day of our life. If you drive a car from here to the store and back, you've made 100 decisions. Well, some decisions live with us a long time. Some others are inconsequential. If you decide to skip the gym today or skip this chore, or skip that, it's not a big deal. If you decide to drive while intoxicated and you get pulled over, you do it one time, that's a big decision. That's going to follow you for a long time. Well, a couple of days ago, I had something happen to me, the decision I made 12 years ago that came back to haunt me just a couple of days ago. 12 years ago, I was a younger man at the time. I'm 71 now, so you can do the math. My roof on my house needed re-shingle. It was just a tack over, just go over the old shingles, not a big deal. I've done, probably 6 or 7 of them in my life. But I was getting older now, so I had a couple guys working for me at the time, and one of them had a buddy, so we decided we were all going to jump up there on the roof and re-shingle this thing. I had a rooftop delivery, not a big thing. I figured it'd take us a couple days, but my wife practically ordered me. She didn't order me, but she strongly suggested that I not go up on the roof. I mean, at the time I was not a young man, but I was still in pretty good health and everything, so it wasn't that big a deal. But I said, okay, I'll stay down here till lunchtime. We'll see how they're doing. But I had the air guns and I had all the right equipment and all that stuff I borrowed from my son. So at lunchtime, I went out and got pizza for the guys, and they came down. I said, so how far have you guys gotten? So I went out back and looked up. Oh my gosh, they didn't have hardly anything done. So I said, okay, we're going to eat this lunch. And then this old man, because I was old enough to be all their dads, I said, then this old man is going to go up there. And if I outwork any of you, you're all fired. Well, needless to say, we got the job done. We got 90% of it done that day, and me and one of my guys finished it up a couple days later. Wasn't a big thing. But before they got done that day, I said, now look, you check the gutters, make sure there's nothing in the gutters, because, if you get shingle debris or something left in the gutters, it's going to stop up the downspouts. There's going to be a mess. Well, they said they did. They came down, they said they did. So I believed them. And I didn't. I thought at the time, Larry, you're up there once today. You ought to go up there and check to make sure, just double check their work, make sure there's nothing in the gutters. But I didn't. Fast forward 12 years. 12 years later, my gutter is overflowing. We had a couple days of hard rain. I walked out on the back deck one day. It's a covered deck, so I could see it. Water was pouring over the gutter. So what that means, if you don't know, it actually backs up behind the gutter, can go down through the soffit into your house and literally do thousands of dollars worth of damage. So after it stopped raining, I called my neighbor. I said, buddy, I need some help. So we dragged his big ladder over there because I don't go up on the roof anymore. And we dragged his big ladder over there and we set it up against the gutter. And this is what we found. There was no leaves. There was no debris. This is what we found. For you that don't know what this is a shingle. This shingle is a 33-year-old shingle. It's not one of the newer ones. This is a piece of a shingle that had just covered the downspout hole perfectly and caused the flooding. Well, we got that out. Water ran out. It was all good. So the problem was fixed. But thinking back, if I would have taken 2 extra minutes and just double checked their work instead of blowing it off and saying, I don't need to do that, that was a decision that came back to haunt me. Now, as we near retirement age, or if we're in retire, we have to be very careful about the decisions we make. We have to be careful about decisions we make about our health, what procedures we're going to have, what we're not going to have. We have to make decisions about our family when they're not around like we'd like them to be. We're going to have to make decisions, financial decisions. You make a bad financial decision now, and it could hurt you literally for the rest of your life. So we have to weigh those decisions. And I ran my own business for 30 plus years, and I was used to making 20 decisions, 20 important decisions every day. Do I do this? Do I do that? Do I send these guys over to do that? Do I do this? Do we fix that? Do we not do that job? That's too big a job, too little a job. I made decisions every day and lived with the results. It wasn't a big deal because I had time in my career to make up for it if I'd made the wrong decisions. Well, now that I'm retired, we can't do that. I can't do that. I have to be very careful about the financial decisions I make, about car decisions I make, about what things I do on the house. Everything has a cost. The right decision will serve us well. The wrong decision, we'll have to live for a long time. I know we all made some wrong decisions in our lives. Some of them hurt us bad, and some of them not so bad. But all I'm suggesting to you today is slow down, make your decisions, make them right, get some input from your significant other or people you know who are experts in this area. Slow down so you make the right decision. And I just wanted to leave that with you. I thought about the day as I was looking at that piece of shingle, and I thought, well, I'm going to put this up. If you like this content, I'd like to see what you would like to talk about in the future. But if you like it, hit the like button, subscribe. There'll be more coming. But until we meet again, I'm going to continue to press on towards that goal.